I'm Eric Soriano. I'm captain of Inventors with Attitude. So we were the first place winners in the last competition, and we're here to do it again.
My name is Tom Gray, and I'm the president of Handy Camel. We were lucky enough to be the first challenge sponsor back in April. We teamed up further with StoryTorch and helped create the concept here moving forward. We had a blast on that first event. It was so fun. Some great products. We're still working with inventors on those projects, but we just cannot wait to see the products produced from this event. And 21 teams. You know, we're going to be fully capacity, right, guys? It's getting. I don't think we can get any more teams fit in. So I really appreciate you all making the effort. Got people from all over the country, and of course Canada again. And we've got to go get Canada in the front here. Great stuff.
Yeah, right there. Well, that's right. You guys are supposed to be up here. What am I thinking? That's right. Zach should be up here. Ruth and Simon. Let's go. Ruth and Simon from Canada. Wow. The weekend's just started. That's what's scary for me. Ruth and Simon, they are from Ontario, Canada, and we're here in April and coming back. So round of applause for Ruth and Simon for making it all trip.
Good afternoon. My name is Scott Warren. I'm the founder of Liberate Electronic Design, one of the sponsors. I'm also a tool tech. I believe I can speak for all the tool techs when I say we are here for you. We're here to make your team a success and your product a success. So go make 48.
I'm Travis Butman. I'm also a tool tech. I do 3D modeling. I'm a mechanical engineer by day and photographer, video guy at night. So as for the teams go, if you're like, I don't know how to do that, come see us. Because there's amongst all of us, somebody can help you do whatever you need done. So as you're coming up with design, if you need help modeling or coming up with a solution to a problem or anything, come see us. We'll see what we can do to help. Go teams!
Well, everybody knows who we are because we've just been introduced. We're the only competitors from Canada. We came last time, had a great time. So much fun that we came back again. Can only vouch for what Travis said there. We came, we had no idea what we were doing. We had no engineering background whatsoever. But we had an idea. Once we got the task, we had an idea. We went to Travis, and he was the one who helped us. So these guys really are worth their weight in gold. Good luck, everyone.
We wanted to take just a little time and to talk about what we did in April and hopefully kind of set the stage for what's about to happen this weekend for some of you who were not with us last time, just to kind of get you excited and give you a lay of the land. So I've got a few questions. I'll have you all just kind of weigh in, if you, as you like. So my first question to each and every one of you is, what did you expect going into April's event, and what did you come away with when it was finished?
Okay, I'll start. I knew it was going to be the Wild Wild West. Never having done it before, there was no plan-ish. These guys put together a great venue. They put together a great funding. Thank you. They made it exciting and fun. When we jumped on that bus on Saturday morning and went over to the Westlake Harbor, I think we were all just kind of floored by that. So it was fun, exciting, but we knew at the end of the day we were going to be competing against each other. So we're looking. I'm going to quote the late great Steve Jobs. The one thing I kept saying to myself is, will it sell? Whatever we design, will it sell? And I meant to the Shark Tank-ish board or panel that we had to just. I thought it was going to be crazy, and it was. It was fun. It gave us a chance to express our creativity as well as market knowledge. It was a great event. I can't wait to do it again.
Awesome. Anybody else want to weigh in on that one? What did you think coming in? What did you walk away with?
Well, I know when the organizer came to me and said, well, what hours do you want to work on what day? I said, I'm going to be here all weekend. So just put me down for 48 hours. And I was here pretty much most of that. I think I slept away for about 6 hours on Friday night, but I was here and slept in my truck. I took a nap in my truck. So, but it was crazy. I expected it to be nuts and crazy, but we had such a great time, and it was so fun. interfacing with all the teams, helping them come up with their concepts and creating a physical prototype. So all this stuff is all vaporware right now. It's up in somebody's head. We got to get it onto the paper and in a physical form. And that's incredible that we can do that in 48 hours now. And I walked away with a much larger appreciation for the human spirit and determination. So.
That's great. And I want Ruth and Simon to weigh in this because they were one of the first teams to sign up for the April event. And I really appreciate that. What did you think when you signed up?
Well, let's put it like this. Question to you guys. How many here are not inventors, are not engineers, and just people like us who, like I'm retired, I have no engineering background or anything like that? Most of us here? Yeah, you're going to go downstairs shortly to the studios downstairs. It's like Christmas in Wonderland. All you need is the idea. These guys are going to help us. Everybody's got that idea. You've all got it in you. You must have, because you just walked through these doors. We all have it. And like we said right at the very beginning, the idea that you're going to have, nobody on this planet has got it yet. So when we turned up, man, it was fantastic. And just think of the energy that's going to be going through the room, through the building in the next 48 hours. None of us are sleeping. None of us want to, because we all want to win. It's going to be awesome. It really is.
Oh, I wish I was competing. He's got me all excited. They're right. Okay, well, we'll move along here. Here's another question for you. What was your biggest challenge, and what was your biggest accomplishment? Your biggest challenge, your biggest accomplishment, or surprising discovery, something that you learned that weekend?
48 hours seems like a long time, but it wasn't. I slept 2 hours each night. I was in the back of the U-Haul. You guys will be able to see it soon. And it was hair pulling. I wish I had more time. We were working like mad with the tool techs all the way up to the very finish. So 3 o'clock, time starts ticking. Utilize every minute of it.
Indeed, yeah. 48 hours is actually very fast, yeah, for something like this. Anyone else on something that you discovered over the weekend? Scott?
Some of you may see a parallel between this event and what's called a hackathon. Get a bunch of programmers in a room for 48 hours and write a web app, write an iOS or an Android app, and start a company in 48 hours. If you're writing code, that's relatively easy to do. It's non-physical. I think what was surprising for me is this is a 48-hour invention competition where you're making something real and tangible. I come from an engineering background, and the process to actually turn an idea into something physical, it seemed, you imagine this is going to take a while. What was surprising for me was the quality of the ideas that came out, and especially watching Eric's team. I don't know, how many prototypes did you guys do?
We had 48 prototypes, ish. Actually, produced and manufactured around 48 prototypes. And some of them, they just broke in our hands, and we had to, that 3D print was going the whole time.
48 prototypes in 48 hours. Ultimately, you see the success. They were the first place team, but that was surprising to me, and that's the kind of thing that can come out of a weekend like this. It's going to be really exciting to see that happen yet again.
I know it will, indeed. Anyone else want to weigh in on that?
One thing is that I had a concern about last time was getting 13 inventions completed. As a tool tech, we're here to help you guys do that, and some teams need more help than others, but I was really concerned that we'd actually have 13. This time we need to have 21, and our job is to get 21 inventions up here on the stage Sunday night. So please use the guys in black shirts, and if you need them, we're here for you.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, that was, for me, that was the same kind of concern, is how many teams would successfully come up with something that weekend. And I got to tell you, not only did they come up with something, they came up with great ideas, and good-looking prototypes, and videos, and presentations, infomercials for their product. They gave amazing presentations on the stage. They did it all, and that blew me away. And I don't doubt there's going to be 21 teams that are going to do it again this weekend. Awesome. Absolutely awesome. Okay, you want to weigh in?
Kurt, how many tool techs do we have this year, roughly?
We got 12 tool techs that are officially signed up.
Okay, I got another question for you. This is more pointed to the teams. So what has transpired with your teams since April? What was the overall impact that it had on you, right, over the last few months? And then your particular inventions, what's the latest? What's the update? Where are you going?
Well, our product is under patent pending right now. We have produced probably the ultimate final prototype that now we are, I'm actually talking to, this is okay to say, I'm talking to some manufacturers in China about kicking out 10 or 20,000 of these items that we would use during an Indiegogo campaign for perks. And we're also, we've got the video, so that it is now at the patent office, patent pending, and we are trying to refine the product. I'm writing scripts for the videos and some more videos. Now that I studied Indiegogo for about a month to understand it all, but so we're excited about looking, at the future and going to market with the product to see if the Indiegogo campaign will prove the product marketable and if there's market acceptance for it, because only the real market will tell. So that's kind of where we are.
So it's been a long journey. I've lost a few teammates, 2 of my 4, considering the amount of work and tasks that have to be delegated above and beyond the competition. We worked heavily with Handy Camel, and we've made a great partnership to design the product better, come up with better ideas. And my particular product is not patent pending yet because the final design is not final. And it's almost there. I can't wait to show Handy Camel maybe this weekend what it looks like. But it's a long road, and keep in mind that after the competition, you win first, second, and third, you're not done. There's a whole other world above and beyond that you have to travel, and it's be prepared.
I just want to chime in here. Obviously, I don't have a team, but I've been working with the winning teams. But Brian just made the comment of showing the next prototype to me this weekend. Do you know there's a competition starting today?
What's that?
There's a competition starting today, so we won't have the time to have a look at it this weekend. But I just wanted to let you know that those prototypes that you make in this 48-hour competition, the challenge sponsor understands that they're not going to be the final design. The aim is to have that working prototype, the best you can, to win the competition. It's then going to take several more months to refine it again, and feedback at many, many meetings. So we all know invention is not a quick process. It does take a long time to get from that first. You've all better products and thought of products and tried to build them, and that does take months, often years, to get that perfect product ready for market. So there's going to be a rush to a degree, but it's still going to take months probably for you guys to finish your final designs if you're in that winning 3.
And I want to ask Ruth and Simon now. Now, of course, you all weren't in the top 3 last time, but you came very, very, very close. Very close. But you certainly had an amazing prototype, and you had a great presentation. You guys hit all the marks, did a fantastic job. So even though you may not be working on that particular idea since April, what kind of impact, though, did it have as far as other ideas, and what have you been working on since April?
Okay, so since April, we had a fantastic experience here. Like Sean said, we're really creative, but not profitable. But we were successful in that we learned really good time management and working under pressure and working together. I don't know about this year, but we were the only sort of husband and wife team the first time around, and I don't know if y'all can work with your husbands or wives that closely and under such pressure, but we really came out on top, I think, and did really well, so we know that we can work together and sort out all those problems. So we took the 40-odd ideas that we've got rolling around at home and really narrowed them down, took some advice from Stephen Key and made sell sheets for all of them, got all the important information we needed. And that's been very time-consuming, and it's been weeding out what's important, what isn't, but we learned enough to know how to do that so that we can move forward. And when we get back home, to Toronto next week. I'm going to be working part-time. My husband's now recently retired, and so we've got lots of time to put towards this.
Nice. So I would say collectively, Main 48 had an impact in one way, shape, or form since April, right? You don't agree to that in some way, right? Okay. And positive, right? Positive impact. Okay. Clarify that. Okay, here's a simple one for you. What are you excited about for this weekend? What are you most excited about for this weekend, this competition?
The surprises you've got in store for us.
I'm a Cracker Jack box, man. I got all day long, man. All kinds of surprises in there.
The energy is incredible. I mean, 2 o'clock in the morning, you've got 40 people down in the maker studio, the 3D printers are going, people are churning out designs, the coffee is flowing. It's a rush.
Indeed. Yeah, it is crazy down there. Right.
I saw your commercial this morning on Fox 4 News. Fantastic. So yeah, you think on your toes in 48 hours. So they're, having a timeline definitely makes things start moving a lot faster.
And I think what I'm looking forward to is, it's one thing to come up with an idea and a design, but you have to make it in like less than 24 hours really, because you need to do the other 24 hours to do it. So that's what I'm looking forward to is working with teams to try and narrow it down. Okay, can we simplify this to something very basic so we can do it quickly? So.
And you may have already kind of hit on this, but my last question for you is, what advice or suggestions would you have for the teams competing this weekend? And what would you like to tell them to think about most?
Go back to Steve Jobs. Ask yourself, will it sell? Is it something that the market would accept? I mean, we can invent all kinds of things. We had about 40 ideas within 2 hours. I have a bright group. I'm blessed with the people that are on my team. And the synergy is unbelievable, the creativity, the synergy. But you got to ask yourself at the end of the day, is this something that the market will accept? I mean, if it's way out there, they're probably... I was talking about doing RFID tags on cans of beans that would tell you when they're going out of date. And the engineers in my group said, hey, we have 48 hours. Okay, we've got to design it, we've got to produce it, and produce multiple. They were knocking them off. When I said there was 48 prototypes, I didn't mean there were 48 unique prototypes. We were printing and adjusting and producing and adjusting. And some of them were just, you saw the container, we'd had all the same thing, right? But, so will it sell? And pace yourself. It's like a marathon, right? Can we design it tonight, get it produced, get it, start writing video scripts, start doing sales cut sheets, right? Those, you gotta do those, and write a bit, maybe I shouldn't tell my secrets, but start doing a timeline and say, are we gonna get, the guys, Gary, Hannah, he's the one that just reined me in. I'm kind of an out-of-the-box guy. Gary said, Eric, we got 48 hours. Get off all the electronic, crazy, website stuff, and get down to this. Let's get down to a product that we can actually do this, and we did it because we talked together. I'm coachable, thank you. But we got through, and we produced, and we stayed engaged, and we slept. I mean, we got some good sleep, but in the meantime, we produced some beautiful stuff. So the synergy is electric. It's energy you'll never have again. I mean, this is this is going to happen once in your lifetime. You better make it count. So have fun. And have fun. Have fun.
Yeah, we hope a little. Anybody else? Let's weigh on that.
I think, above all else, everyone's here as a team. You work as a team, you fight as a team, you win as a team. One's going to have a good idea. Maybe that's the idea that you're going to go forward with instead of, we saw, a little bit of argy-bargy last time, but it's a team effort, and that's, I think that's important. You're going to win as a team. So support each other, help each other, and, well, we'll all win. It's a team effort.
I think the biggest takeaway from last time, and it definitely helped out Andy Campbell, is search for your product. Make sure your product does not exist. That was the major takeaway I had last time. It needs to be unique. It needs to not have prior art, patents, anything of that nature. So make it special.
Yeah, and it doesn't have to actually be a working prototype. It's a looks like, feels like prototype is what you're going for. If it works, that's great, but it doesn't have to. You just have to be able to prove the concept to the challenge sponsors.
Tom, you want to weigh in on this one? Any suggestions that you would give to the teams?
I would, there's going to be times throughout the competition where you may feel a little bit lost. We had that last year, we found, where the teams didn't know what sort of prototype, which direction to take. There's a lot of different mentors. There's obviously the tool techs, but there's a lot of mentors throughout the weekend that are going to be on hand. So just feel free to tap them on the shoulder and ask a lot of questions, and that way you can solve your mind really quick of what direction to move. Because, like I say, 48 hours, you don't want to be coming to 24 hours and still not sure what direction to take. So.
Let me ask you a question. Last time I found very helpful was that halfway point. Was it Saturday afternoon? We got to sit down with Stephen Key and Kurt, and I think Tom here, and kind of say, hey guys, this is what we're thinking about. So we had is that going to happen again?
We'll be doing that just throughout the
On the fly.
Yeah, you'll have Stephen Key's going to be there.
I found it extremely valuable to have like a mid-course inspection correction coach kind of thing happening. They said, okay, so Tom's got real good instincts. I know Stephen Key, incredible instincts around this because they do this all the time, right? But lean on them to say, well, let's sell. Do you think this is a good idea? Or they give you a face like, yeah, you might take it seriously. But that's what I'm going to say. So all the coaching you can take, just drink out of the fire hose of knowledge, drink out of the fire hose of coaching while you're here. Because it takes that to produce something that's really special.
And I would weigh in, which I think kind of encapsulates a lot of what they've said, and that is that this weekend is constructed to break down barriers and to prove that there shouldn't be any barriers to a great idea. So even though your time is short, you have everything and everyone at your disposal. So make use of it. Don't let anything get in your way. And if you have a question, you have a problem, we've set it up so that you have people to ask, you have people to go to, you have resources. Tap into that, right? And don't be afraid. Just go for it. Let the creativity fly, right? Make, apply, go, do, dream, design. Just want you to do it in 48 hours, just a little time. But ultimately, you're going to show in 48 hours what it takes a lot of people months, weeks, years, if ever they do it. There are so many people with great ideas, and it just stays in their head. And ultimately, what you're going to show is that even in this compressed amount of time, you can hit all the marks, and you can take it from head to hand and show it. And that is amazing. And I will tell you, it will not only blow you away, if you haven't done it before, but you're going to inspire a lot of others to do it. So just go for it. Have fun. Enjoy it. Throw everything at the board and come away with a one winner that you're going to run with and do it. We have a couple of extra minutes here before we have to leave the stage. Does anyone have a question that you'd like to ask anyone on the panel before we wrap? A couple of quick questions. We have time for one or two. Anyone have a question you'd like to pose? Yeah, I'm right down here. I'll bring the mic to you.
Oh, thank you. This is my first time coming here, and I don't really know what to expect, so I just heard about this and all these wonderful people that are around, so I came to network. And with regards to the competition, are we, as I'm just registered for tomorrow's event, am I allowed to walk around and watch what they're doing and learn and ask questions?
I believe what we're going to do is we're going to set up a little tour. We have a reception tomorrow evening, which is going to happen right next to the Maker Studio, and I think we're going to just provide a little tour of the space and kind of show what's up and what's around. We don't have free access, but we are going to allow some people to come in, kind of see what's going on back there. Peel back the curtain just a little bit.
And when is the next event? The next May 48th?
Next May 48th. Although we do not have our official dates landed, I would say keep your eye on spring of 2016. We're still determining the location as well. So yeah, but look at spring 2016. We're going to keep this thing rolling, this spring thing rolling. Anyone else have a question?
I get this side. So.
Oh yeah.
No, I'm just saying I have a question.
What do you want to know, Sean? Do you want to know about May 48? Anyway. Did anyone else have a quick question that you'd like to ask anybody on the panel? Anything about the weekend? No? So, okay, here we go. One more right down here.
All right.
how many categories are there that you were like 6, 7 categories, like tools or kitchen or bathroom or outdoor stuff, and then how do you roll those into a roulette wheel and pick?
You want to take that, Tom?
Yeah, we determine a lot of it on seasonality for the events moving forward. You know, springtime next year could very well be gardening. It also determines on what the challenge sponsors are wanting at a certain time of the year. So there's a lot of there's obviously a lot to choose from. There's a lot of categories, consumer product categories out there, but obviously we've chosen one, and we're going to reveal it here pretty soon. It's very, very exciting. That's all I can tell you.
Anyone else?